Okay, so butterfly turn. Okay, so you had a good approach coming to the wall. When you're coming into the wall and you're coming off, you want to drop that left elbow by your left side. What you did is you came into the wall, you pulled your body out of the water, and then started your turn. So all you want to do is come into the wall, drop that left elbow, drive those knees up towards the surface, and then you want to let go of the wall with your left hand, or right hand, sorry. Backstroke flip turn. Okay, so we're a little bit too close to the wall, so you want to really work on your stroke count from the flags to the wall. So when you're coming into the wall, when you take that last stroke, you want to tuck that chin into your chest, bring your feet around just like a freestyle flip turn, and as we're pushing off the wall, you want to land your feet at that T that's on the wall or slightly above, so you can push under the surface, keeping that tight streamline using your dolphin and flutter kick. Okay, so breaststroke, you had a better approach to your turn, okay, but you can still see how you're turning from side to side. So what you want to try and think of is as you're coming off the wall, you want to do like a backward somersault. So you're coming into the wall, taking your last stroke, touching with two hands. You want to drop that left elbow again by your left hip, drive those knees up towards the surface, trying to keep it small and compact. And as your knees are coming to the surface, you're letting go of the wall with your right hand. And then freestyle flip turn, pretty good approach. You want to separate those feet to about shoulder width apart. Again, you want to land your feet just a little bit lower on the wall so you can get a deeper push off. Always remember, keep a tight streamline.
All right, Abigail. First thing I'm seeing here is you got a little bit of a disconnect here between your upper body and your lower body with your kick. So we need to be working on the timing of your kick. One thing that could really help you with that is some one-arm butterfly drilling. But the goal is to have one kick as your hands enter and then one kick as your hands are accelerating out past your hips. So if we can get the timing of that kick right, I think butterfly is going to be a lot easier for you. Right on the backstroke, we're kind of hopping a little bit from side to side. That's telling me that you're pushing water in the wrong direction and you're not really rotating enough. So what I'd like to see you do is make sure you get your head back. We need to relax the neck so we can really get a good rotation and get a good deep catch so we can roll all the way onto our side. We don't want to be going from side to side, pushing water off toward the lane lines. On the breaststroke, good glide up front, really nice long stroke. The hips are still staying pretty far underwater though, so let's be thinking about tucking your chin into a little bit more of a streamlined position, really working on making sure that we're pressing our chest and allowing our hips to rise up to the surface. Let's just try to get a little more flat on the surface of the water. On the freestyle, great high elbow recovery here, following all the way through past your hips, which is nice. Good turn, very nice streamline. Let's see if we can hold that a little bit longer. I think the biggest thing on your freestyle is making sure that we maintain that 6-speed kick. You've got to keep the feet moving. That's what's going to be the driving force for your freestyle the whole way through the race.
All right, Abigail. One thing I want you to look at is how far down you're driving your head. And then you're extending your arms out almost to pause and find your balance before you take your next stroke. And one thing that's causing that as well is that your hands are really wide outside your body whenever they're making that sweeping motion. Then you bring them in, which is good. But let's try to get that entry point right in front of your shoulders. And you'll be able to sweep more of that water down towards your feet. I'd like to see you roll your shoulders just a little bit more so you get a deeper catch on your backstroke pull. Doing a good job of pressing that water next to your hips. You want to make sure that you get a good catch out front, and one thing that'll help you do that is to extend that reach out in front of your shoulders. Also look at how your toes are really, really low below the surface of the water. Arch your back a little bit, bring those toes up toward the surface. Good extension on breaststroke, but one thing I want to point out is how you're pausing right here. Right here. You want to make sure that you're sweeping out, catching that water and pressing back forward into a good streamlined glide. Just try to eliminate that pause that you have underneath your belly button. So make sure that you bring your nose down and glide. That'll help you keep your hips up. You want to make sure that as your hand enters the water, it's sweeping outward in a good front quadrant catch. So want to make sure that you streamline off that wall. Give yourself 3 good dolphin kicks so you're not popping straight up. Remember, pushing off the wall is one of the fastest parts of your swim, along with diving into the water. Hey, nice job.
Take your mark. Up. Okay, a lot of really good things about that start. Starting position I thought was really good. And as you get stronger, you're going to be able to pull your body forward more. I mean, you did pull with your arms, which was good, but you're going to need more forward momentum pulling with your arms to get off the blocks a little bit faster. The line you took was really good, not a lot of wasted motion. A good long line going in the water. Streamlining underwater was great with your arms and your head. That was great stuff. Kicks could be a little bit smaller and faster. Right now your kicks are a little bit big and a little bit too slow. Smaller, faster kicks. Great streamlining and kicking is going to help carry you into the surface a lot quicker. Take your mark. Up. Okay, on that start, when you heard the go, you kind of tried to stand up a little bit. Your head kind of came up, and then you pressed down on the blocks. Excuse me, you press down on the side of the wall. What we'd like to have you do is you push your upper body back, and as soon as your head and arms get back, then you're going to push with your feet. You don't want to push with your feet while your head is still high like that. You're going to get your head and your arms coming back. Be reaching for the water with those arms. The more you can reach back to the water, and as you're pushing with your feet, the more your feet are going to come up and over the water.